Hey everybody, today we're taking a quick look at the Vaas Mobile Power Bank. This is reviewed. So today we are going to take a look at the Vaas Mobile Power Bank. This is basically a small portable battery, and you can use this to charge virtually any USB device. So tablets, phones, accessories like Bluetooth or Bluetooth keyboards, headsets, and all that kind of stuff. Virtually anything that can be charged up with a USB cable, you can charge up with something like this. It's not going to really be designed for like laptops and that sort of thing with much bigger batteries, but anything short of that, this thing can charge it up. There are a ton of portable batteries on the market. Everyone makes one. They're all a little bit different specs, this and that. Some are cheap, some are not so good, some are whatever. This one, I've looked at a lot of them, and I've owned a lot of them and tried a lot of them and used a lot of them. This is hands down my favorite. As soon as I started using this, I was really impressed with not only how well it works, but there's a lot of design elements in it that are really clever that I don't know why everybody doesn't do, but they're very simple. It's nothing, it's a battery. It's not changing the world, but it's just designed really well. Size-wise, you're looking, a little bit bigger than a deck of cards, maybe like a tall deck of cards, a little bit thicker. Weight-wise, not too bad. I mean, it's about as heavy as a heavier cell phone, so it's, but it's definitely portable. You may not be able to fit that in your pocket, but you can definitely fit it in a bag or in a purse or in, a cargo pants pocket, anything like that. So it's definitely portable. It's very easy and convenient to take around. It is 9,000 milliamps. So what does that mean? That's huge. To put that in context, an average cell phone battery, you might be looking at 1,800 milliamps, somewhere in that range. So 9,000 milliamps, if you want to figure out how much power that is, look at your device, look at how many milliamps there are, and that's how many times. So if it was a 2,000 milliamp battery, you could charge it, 2 or 3 times with this and still be good to go. It has a lot of input and output options, which are really nice. First off, what it has, which a lot of these types of power devices don't have, it has built-in 2 cables built in. One is a micro USB. So that's going to charge anything Android. A lot of Bluetooth headsets use micro USB. It's a pretty widely used standard, of course. And that cable is built in. It just kind of tucks into the bottom and just pulls out like that. The other cable built in is an iOS cable. Now, this is a 30-pin, so it's not a Lightning, it's not the new port. But there are still plenty of people using this 30-pin type of cable, so it'll still be useful for a lot of people, and I believe there are plenty of adapters that'll convert a 30-pin into a Lightning adapter, so that's really not a big issue. And just having these two with it already built in is huge. I've had other devices in the past where you have your power adapter and then you have to have whatever cables you're going to use separately, and that's just always a pain. So I never prefer that system. So this is great having the cables right there. If you do need more, so I can charge 2 things simultaneously right there. If I want to charge more, I also have 2 USB outs. So those are just standard size USB, so I can plug any USB cable into it. So if I do have that iPhone 5 or a new iPad, I can plug my Apple cable, my USB Lightning cable, USB end into here, Lightning adapter, Lightning end into the phone, and I'm charging, and I can do 2 of those. So you were talking about charging 4 things at the same time. Granted, if you're charging 4 things at the same time, they're probably all going to charge a little bit slower, but that's still really not that bad. The other really clever thing that I like about it is that on the center it has the input. So that's obviously, you have to charge this itself first, obviously, before you get use out of it. It has 2 options. You have micro and mini USB. So what does that mean? If I have an Android phone that uses a micro USB, I just have one micro USB cable. At home, I plug the micro USB into here, I plug the regular size USB into the wall adapter, it charges it up. When I'm ready to go, I just take that same cable with me, I go wherever I want to go, and then I can either use the built-in or use that cable right there and charge it. So the fact that it lets you choose micro or mini USB to charge it in is huge. That's one of those design elements I was saying is just really clever. On the front, you kind of press the button, and the lights will go on, showing you how much battery you have. I think this one's at 3/4 because I've been using it. It's got I kind of like the style of it. The front of it is sort of has this sort of like kind of rainbowy sort of colorful thing going on the front there. It's kind of nice where the writing is and stuff. But overall, build quality is great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Only thing to be aware of with this, because it is a 9,000 milliamp battery, and that's a lot of battery, and you're charging it with just a mini or a micro USB, and those are not real high output, ways to charge. It is going to take a long time to charge it. You definitely just want to leave it overnight. Anything less, I think on the packaging, I think, with the official literature that came with it, it recommends about 10 hours to charge. And from what I saw in testing it, yeah, you're talking about 10 hours to charge it. But as long as you just plug it in overnight, you're good to go. Just plug it in and you're off. Once it is charged, it does hold. I had it charged up, and then I had it sit for about a week or so, and the 4 battery indicators on the front hadn't gone down at all yet. So I think, again, in the official the paperwork that came with it, it said that I think has several weeks before you're going to see any sort of loss of charge. But any battery will eventually lose charge, some better than others, but this one's average in that realm. All things said, this is a great power supply. I can't recommend it enough. If you're looking for any kind of mobile power, if you're on the go a lot, if you're just whatever, we all have a million devices now. We've got tablets, phones, Bluetooth, all this different stuff going on. If that's you and you're always kind of out and about and on the go and you need power, the Vaas mobile power bank is a great buy. Can't recommend enough. 5 stars.